Hello, I am Test Drive and welcome to episode 20 of Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed. And in this episode, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. And by that I mean we're going to be buying a car for a tournament, because I want to do a tournament. And, well, specifically I want to use a different car, or an interesting car that I would not use otherwise. So, that is going to be, what else is there? For the 964s, Carrera 993. Turbo 3.6. Now we're just gonna use we're just gonna use a Carrera 4 964. Oh, there's a speedster in here too. That's fucked up, actually. Nah. Actually. Nah. I was gonna use it, but eh. I'm just gonna pick the 964 Carrera 4 up. Only a little bit of damage. Card data. Pretty simple, straightforward. This might be a little slow. Thank you for my congratulations. It might be a little slow compared to the fact that there's like 996s in this first tournament, but I think that we will be fine. So we will be doing the Class 3 tournament. As you can tell, there's some great cars in here. Anyways. We're just gonna do this because it has a varied selection of cars, usable or not usable, but being used in it. So we get 10k per race, which is nice. I think I'm actually gonna get all the money back out of this, unless I have to repair my car a lot, which hopefully, judging by the fact that this seems to be a decently handling car, I'm hoping that it won't be. So we're going to Germany first at night, clear weather. And, we have 4 races? I think we have 4 races. Perfectly fine by me. So, let's get to going. Into Germany, Fortress Village. We got me and the 911 Carrera 4, a Boxster, 911 Carrera 2. Actually, I don't know if there's gonna be 996s. I just realized that. The fact that it doesn't say if they're 996s or not. It only says if they're Carrera 1 or Carrera 2s or Carrera 4s, which is interesting to say the least. Bastard, excuse me. Why are your taillights not on, you dingleberry? Is that a speedster with the roof up? No, it's not. Uh-oh. Hello, gamers. I supposedly have better handling than you, Carrera 2 person. Even though you seem to be accelerating faster than me for some strange reason. Good to know. Oop, no 6-speed. I thought the C4 would have had a 6-speed by now, but I guess not. Oh god. Alright, you little bastard. You're going a little too fast for my liking. You have to slow down there, bud. Oh, I didn't mean for you to slow down right in front of me. Sorry, I almost ran you. Alright. This might go fairly smoothly, actually. Oh god. I was kind of just wanting the vibe, because this is still a little bit of a late night session, as I mentioned in the last episode. Basically, couldn't sleep, so I was like, I'll be productive, why not? So here we are being productive. Recording stuff. Alright, that's not too difficult of a track. Also, I'm noticing that this game does not appear to have fucking shit. What's the word I'm looking for? Active arrow. But I don't think it's actually really a spoiler, but I believe that the PC version of this game does have active arrow on all the cars that have active arrow. Just a fun fact. I don't know if they just didn't care on the PS1 version, or if they didn't have the resources available somehow to do it. I don't know. Because when I say that this game on PS1 and PC were very different, I mean they were very, very different. Like, the similarities end at the fact that there's Porsches, and that you do races and tournaments and like the driving tests and stuff. That's it. The structure is the same, and you're driving Porsches. That's the similarities between the two. So, we will find out more sometime in the future. Future being unknown amount of time in the future. Whenever I actually play through the PC version of this game. Because it's not going to happen anytime soon. I hate to tell you. If you're wanting it like ASAP. Dang, we're going like top speed here. I just realized. Oh god. That's a wall, by the way. That's pretty wacky. This car might not hold up with damage as much as I was hoping. I was hoping I wouldn't have any issues at all, but knowing me, I am a very bad driver. That was a silly expectation. To be fair, I haven't wrecked it a lot this race. Just a little. Not a lot. You know? A little scratch here and there isn't too bad. I probably could go another race without damage or without repairing it. But do I want to? That is the question. Do or do not. There is no try, only do or do not. But there we go. There's our first race down. I won by 7 seconds. 7.2345 seconds, whatever math goes there. I still don't know why that one car's taillight turned on. It's kind of fucked up, I'm not gonna lie. But we shall continue on to the next race then. Once the game loads. Which appears to be in just a second from now. Oh, we have 5 races. Isn't that fancy? So, we got our 10K and our 10 points. Very nice. And we shall enter session 2 for this race as well. Let's see, what do we got here? You know what? I'll go halfway. That works. We got a later in the day race. Very nice weather over in France Riviera. So let's just get it going. I say as I drink some water. Make sure to drink your water, kids. It's very nice. It's very good, you know. I know I'm good at motivational speaking. You don't have to tell me. That was absolutely a joke / lie, by the way. Hello, Boxsters. Why are you going faster than me in a straight line? How does that physics? It's a phrase I like using whenever things don't make sense. Go! No, stay away. I didn't mean for you to go. Stay to the left. Oh, you bastard. I gotta say, I like these one-make games because they're, you know, they're pretty interesting usually because you get to drive not just a 993 GT2 or a, you know, a 930 or whatever. They have so many different like kinds of cars just because they're kind of forced to be with that one brand. But I do miss having a very wide selection of cars like you get in the average Need for Speed game. Different brands, different makes, models, I should say. Stuff like that. And while I am a good fan of Porsches from 2000 and before, yeah, I'm definitely ready to have some variety in my life. Variety is the spice of life. I think that's a quote. But these will make games, can be good fun too. There's actually really nothing wrong with them. I bet if you just, simply took the PC version of this game, modded it some, added some new cars in, you could have one of the best experiences for a Need for, for a Need for Speed game. Because I've heard people say that apparently Porsche Unleashed is a kind of a general fan favorite of people who have played these older NFS games. Which is pretty cool to think about, actually, because it's, not like it's, high stakes where you have the whole selection of cars and everything. It's a one-make game. But the way it's laid out, the way your progression works, the way the physics are actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I've had no real problems with the physics so far, besides a little bit of weirdness, if I hit a pole or something and couldn't back up right away. But usually if you hit a pole in real life, much worse things are going to happen, so I'm glad I can at least try and back up and get out of it. Or if you're in another more simulation style game like say Grid or something, your car is not going to fare very well after something like that. Speaking of Grid, can y'all believe? Oh shit. I've never played the original Grid. Well, I've played it, as in I've started it and done a few races in it, and that's it. I've never actually played much more than just maybe an hour at most into the first Grid game. Grid 2, I've barely played at all. I remember specifically playing it years ago with a group of friends because it was a free weekend or something on Steam for it. And that's the only time I have with Grid 2, which was multiplayer. I didn't even play the single player at all. Besides, I think there's an introductory race that you have to do before you can do anything else in the game. Wait, now my car doesn't have taillights. What the hell? Exactly? I don't know. Shit's weird, man. That'll work for a thumbnail. But there's that's why I wanna go through things, is because there's so many games that I haven't played. There's so many games that I've never completed too. Because when I was a kid, I didn't complete games really. The closest I got was, I think, Project Gotham Racing 2 I beat on Bronze, I think. And that was the closest to completing a racing game in my childhood, pretty much. Besides the fact that I did do most of the stuff in Ford Racing 2 and stuff like that, but those are just kind of simple screw around games. For longer stuff, or stuff that gets actually difficult, I don't really have much that I've actually... Yeah, fuck it. I don't care. I'm getting 10k per race. But yeah, I could list on one hand the games that I've actually completed all the stuff in before I started Let's Playing stuff on YouTube. So, that means all the better reason for me to go back and be like, hey, I want to play through this game again. I want to actually finish it. And that's pretty much that. Alright, it's time for America. Oh god. Excuse me, coming through. Sorry. Ow. I know I just fixed my car and just literally crashed on the first corner, but again, I'm getting 10k per race, and I'm going to get I think 70k is the total prize pool if you win the entire tournament, which is not half bad at all. I'm trying to think. I guess Forza Motorsport 1 is a good reference for what I'm talking about here too, with not finishing stuff. I fucked around in Forza 1 a lot. I have a lot of hours in Forza 1 even before I did the Let's Play of it, but I don't even think I ever made it past level 30, because as a scatterbrained kid that did not do well with actually just continuing on with things and stuff like that, I would simply just go back and play arcade mode a lot, and play races I've already done, like stuff like the early point-to-point stuff and whatever. And I would never get past a certain point. And even though I had so many hours, actually, I just remembered, there's actually one game that I technically completed back in the day when I was a kid, which was Midnight Club 3. I actually 100%ed Midnight Club 3, the base game, not remix, before I 100%ed it for YouTube, even. So, that was when I did go through. God, Midnight Club 3 was such a pain, though. Both times I 100%ed it, honestly, just because of the choppers. But even that one, like, I was probably 20, at least, whenever I finished that game. Which was a solid, 10, no? How many years was that? No, yeah, about 12 years after the release of Midnight Club 3. And I had Midnight Club 3 in 2005, so... Actually, maybe 2006, but still, point still stands. This is what happens. I get scatterbrained, and then I'm like going to all these different tangents, and I'm like, oh wait, but this and that and the other thing, and I'm like, oh wait, I forgot what my original point was here. But I remember the point. I know what the point is. The point is I want to play video games, especially stuff I haven't played before, like this, and Hot Pursuit 2, and all the other NFS games I haven't played through yet. Which is actually really all of the games I've played up to this point, too. Specifically the PS1 versions, of course, because I did play a little bit of High Stakes on PC. But I want to experience these games. And that's precisely what I've been doing with YouTube since I started doing Let's Plays, actually. Crazy to think that this all started from me like, oh, I want to play through the first Dirt game on Xbox 360 back in 2011? It was either 11 or 12, one of the two. But that was my first attempt at making like an actual like start to finish Let's Play. Or yeah, I guess you could call it Let's Play. I didn't talk in it in Dirt. Oh god. Oh god. Car's getting sad. But then I did start on Forza 2. My original Let's Play of Forza Motorsport 2, which was actually a 100% Let's Play back in the day as well, except for arcade mode. And yeah, it was all history after that. Now I've already done, this is my 33rd Let's Play on this channel, I think. Something like that. You know what, I'm not going to repair the car after this. I don't need to, I don't think. Not necessary. But like, yeah, there's just so much stuff I want to play through. I keep going back to the same thing. Welcome to Scatterbrain / ADHD Brain, by the way. Alright, we got Scotland up next. I could get last in this Let's Play, or in this race, and still be in first place, so that's pretty cool. We'll go ahead and, I want to engine. Fuck it, I don't care. It's even actually less repairs than the last time. We got rain. Middle of the day. I don't think you can do rain at night in this game, I'm realizing. I don't think I've seen weather at night, I guess I should say, because of Germany and its snow. But hey, PlayStation 1, what can you do? Project Gotham Racing 2 didn't have racing and nighttime at the same time, so understandable, honestly. Oh god, slippery slidey. Go! Slippy boy. Excuse me, Boxster, coming through. Alright, gamer. You're going a little too fast for me yet again. Doesn't really matter, because if I get in second place for the next two races, I still win the entire tournament. But you're causing me some problems here, bud. Not gonna lie. I don't know why it's so much faster than me. Is it because of the being a Carrera 4? Oh shit. That really does look like a speedster, actually. I don't know if it is or not. It might just be funky PS1 car model. I don't know. I still appreciate also that in this game, you go from era to era, of course, as I've obviously shown throughout this entire Let's Play, and the oh, that's a jump, by the way, or a bridge. I was like expecting a turn there. But you go from driving like the 1992 928 GTS in the golden era, which is, you know, supposed to be a specific year range, I feel. But then I end up driving a 90 964. Because I think the 993 came out for the 92 model year? Or it might have been 93. I don't know, actually. I'm not too well versed in Porsche generations and stuff. And when they came out and when they stopped and whatever. There's only a very select amount that I actually know. And all I care about is the fact that I want a 996. In some way, shape, or form, I want a Porsche 996 911. Someday, I will own one. Preferably a turbo. But I will settle with a Carrera. Like, literally a base model. I would be okay with. Go, car, please. I'm really glad you slowed down a hella too for that corner. Thank you for making me feel better. Also, if you're wondering, my thought process behind picking this car for this was the fact that there's no 964 specific race in the weekend races or in the circuit racing. So like, I might as well make sure I use a 964, honestly. Hell, I might use 964s for all the tournaments. Because there is a varied amount of 964s in this game, none of which are necessary to be used at any time. Because there's like the Turbo, there's the Turbo S, there's the Speedster, you know. We have options. And also we have selections, which, I mean, I guess that's kind of true. I think that's a correct-ish word that I could use for that. I don't know. I don't know words that well. As a person who did terrible in all my classes in high school, but did like reading and writing, I don't know. I'm still too stupid. Damn, you know, homework is hard. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I have a feeling I know why, which is something that's also I've brought up in this episode multiple times already. But that doesn't matter at this point. I've literally been out of high school for 7 years now, so, well, almost 7 years. It'll be 7 years in a few months. So you know what? It doesn't matter anymore. I may be figuring out my problems way too late for stuff like that to be fixed by the fixes that I'm working on, but doesn't mean I can't try and fix things for the future. And fix things for the now. Because I ain't planning to stop anytime soon, you know? This got real motivational real quick. I like it. I like being motivational. I'm usually pretty bad at it, but I like doing it when I can. And my brain is kind of hardwired to just try and help people and be motivational towards people anyways, so... You know, it just happens. Alright, I think I don't need to repair the car between this episode and the next one. This race and the next one, the final race. I did not think it is necessary. I did wreck it a few times, but it's okay. Alrighty, I won by 18 seconds. Not too shabby. And best lap was 5 seconds better, almost exactly 5 seconds better than second place. now I can't lose at all, no matter what place I get in the last race. So I guess we could do the other whatever thing it is. I don't remember. The other session. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. It'll still give me the same amount of credits. And we might get some different opponents. And by that I mean... Oh, we'll get 2968s actually. Looks like. Alright, to Japan for our final race. And as I said, we will be doing session 1. I am not going to repair the car this time. Just because I have no reason to. Shipyards. Pacific Shipyards. Speaking of Forza 1. God, I love Forza 1. Even through all of its flaws, like, I don't know if it's nostalgia biting me in the ass or what. There's something I like about Forza 1 that makes me look back and be like, damn, I like this game. Well, I think it's mostly like the car list. There's some, oh wow, this actually does look like Pacific Shipyards for Forza 1. What the hell? Hold on. But like the weird tracks and the weird cars of Forza 1, like driving an Acura CL at, what the hell? Okay. Damn, I wish, oh god. I wish, what the fuck kind of track is this? Uh-oh. Hello. Goodbye. But yeah, driving an Acura CL at night on a point-to-point track in Japan is something that you couldn't exactly say it about any other Forza games until, you know, actually not even really, because that specific stuff is specific to Forza 1. But of course they did finally add night racing into Forza 6 only 10 years later. Wasn't it 10 years later? When did Forza 6 come out? I don't know, I'm too old. Shit, I've been around for the release of every Forza game in general. Not just Motorsport and not just Horizon. Oh shit. Oh god. Okay, my car is going to be very sad. I no longer have headlights, but that doesn't really matter considering they didn't do anything in the first place. This poor car. I should theoretically be able to catch up. Theoretically. Oh god. Oh god. Physics got very angry with me there. So, make sure I brake for that next time, is what I'm seeing. Alright, back into the shipyards. Car is handling much worse now, thanks to me being stupid. Hello, Boxster. I'm gonna keep saying that now, just because it's a meme, apparently. It's a meme I created in the past hour or so. Ow. Yeah, we gotta be careful. These turns are pretty sharp. And by that I mean, you hit them at high speeds and they're 90-degree turns, so... And you have a very high chance of getting stuck, too, which kinda sucks. Okay, I kinda wanna go back and do the, I don't know how I would logistically do it, but I wanna do the arcade mode of Forza Motorsport 1 at some point. Since I did the entire career mode, literally the entire career mode, 100%ed it, technically, considering I only got silver in a couple of races. My poor car. But those races were unimportant to get gold on because they were points-based. Like, kind of like this, tournaments-wise. But yeah, if you'd like to see that, if you made it this far in this video, thank you, first off, for listening to me ramble about nonsensical shit for now 29 minutes. But yeah, I would definitely be down to do... Uh-oh. Oh my god. Please. Go. Do Forza 1's arcade mode. In some way, shape, or form. Even if it's just like 2 extra videos to add on to the Let's Play or something, I don't really care. I'll figure it out. It's not that important, honestly. Alright, let's try and not fuck up that high-speed corner. Or slowing down from a high-speed corner thing. What the fuck? Oh god. God. I love how the cars just lean super hard to one side if you smash up that side real bad. I don't know what happens if you smash up the other side as bad as well at the same time. I don't really want to try it because I don't want to damage this car that bad. But I'm going to assume that both sides will level out, is what I'm thinking, at least. Oh, fuck, I forgot. I just went outside the map, by the way. The barriers are a little funky if you hit them at speeds higher than very slow, by the way. I've been finding that out throughout this race specifically. This poor car. I think it's going to be sent down the auction train. Hey, I didn't fuck up that corner finally. Oh god. Go forwards, please. Alrighty. So, that'll conclude this pretty much. I kind of want to use that for a thumbnail, actually. The shipyard area. Fuck it. Let's do it. Oh god, my headlight broke instantly. That's fucked up. Because I kind of want to use the shipyard area as a thumbnail. Aight. Alright, 6 seconds ahead. 6.5 almost. And 4 seconds better lap time than second place. So, I appreciate you all sitting here. If you have made it this far, thanks for sitting here and listening to me ramble about random bullshit. That's just how it be sometimes, you know. These Let's Plays are not just, you know, specifically about the game. I like to add my own thing into there. My own thing is just endlessly talking about random bullshit that doesn't really matter too much, but that's alright. We got 46 points total. This is an interesting screen that I don't think I've seen yet. But we get our money, which we are almost, like literally a couple thousand credits away from being where we were before this episode started. And we get to sell this car, actually. You know what, fuck it, let's sell it right now. Poor 964. You did well. How is it 9 races? Oh, because I bought it used. Duh. Alright. Which I actually was able to sell that for quite a bit. We're going to sell the Boxer too, actually, just to get some money back. Because I think I have things figured out a little bit of how I want to do things. Yeah, fuck it, let's sell the 968 too. Damn, 572k. I could buy the 911 GT1. Anyways, we'll figure that out in the coming episodes. But for now, thank you all very, very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.